What did you see from Clayton tonight?
I thought he had really good stuff. I did. I thought he was mixing the fastball to different quadrants. I thought he competed like he always does. I thought the slider was good. I thought the breaking ball was good. There were a couple mistakes in there with the fastball. Pierce, JD, the ball that just didn't get there, and the Mookie slider just didn't get there. And that's a good club over there, very good club, a great club. And so when he did make a mistake, they hit it out of the ballpark. And you got to give credit to David Price over there. He pitched a heck of a ball game and couldn't put hits together, couldn't get base runners, and really stress them at all. So it was pretty straightforward, but I can't say enough about, what our guys did. And unfortunately, we came short again this year.
Bradford on the third row.
Dave, what can you say just to sum up your club this year? All year you've kind of gone up to the edge and always come back from it, and finally just ran up against a really good team.
Well, I can't say enough about our ball club, the fight, the compete. All year when it didn't look so good, our guys stuck together, stayed the course, and believed in one another, and put ourselves in a chance to win a championship. And that's not easy to do, to get to the World Series where two teams are playing at the end. It's very difficult. There's a lot of hard work that comes with it, a lot of sacrifice, and you got to have good players. And we did that this year. Our backs were against the wall at numerous times, and there were markers and points where we could have went the other way. But we found ways to win baseball games and ran up against a very good ball club, and just a little bit too much for us.
And Arash over here.
Dave, when you come so close, what now in your mind is needed to get over the hump?
We've just got to go back out there, and I expect us to be back here next year. But celebrating on the field, I think it's I think the culture, the players, as far as the large majority are in place. I think there's a lot of good things. I think the sum of what we're doing, what we've done is the arrow's pointing certainly in the right direction. And baseball is so unpredictable. You got to obviously give yourself a chance to get to the postseason, and once you get there, you just got to be playing your best baseball. And so I think you look back and you got to appreciate the talent, the team that you're playing against. I don't think we played our best, but part of it, and you got a lot of it, is you got to give credit to the opponent. And we had a lot of time to think about this one, but again, spring's going to be around the corner, and like I said, I expect us to be back here next year.
On the second row on your left.
I know you will be discussing this with the front office over the coming months, but just from your gut, where do you believe this team needs to improve in order to win the World Series, and in any specific areas?
No. I think that's something that we're going to have a lot of time to kind of think through, and not everyone's going to be back. So, when you're talking about backfilling and how things go, so right now to kind of figure out where we need to go, that's a tough one. We have a lot of time for that. Like I said, our guys in the front office do a heck of a job to put us in a position to get the players, and we'll get over the hump. It's not easy. It hurts. It's disappointing, all that. But to say we didn't win a championship and to say it was an unsuccessful season, I think that's doing a disservice to everyone in that clubhouse.
Do a few more. Barry, to your right.
Hey, Doc, as far as you personally, correct me if I'm wrong, they still have an option to pick up for you for next year, right? That hasn't happened yet, right?
No, it hasn't happened yet. And honestly, I'm just kind of feeling for the guys in the clubhouse right now, and feeling their pain, the coaches, and all that stuff. There's time for all that stuff.
So how do you, the 3 years can't be judged as anything but a success with the NLCS and the two World Series. How do you evaluate it, and what do you want to do going forward?
Well, my plan is to manage the Dodgers. I love the city. I love the organization, everything that it's about. And I love the high expectations, and that's the way it should be. I can always get better, and I do believe that we're doing a lot of good things. And so for me, like I said, Barry, I told you 3 years ago that it's a dream job for me, and making these men grow and be better men, teammates, mentors, role models in the community. That's a win. That's a big win. And obviously, I understand my job is to ultimately lead us to a championship, and we haven't accomplished that yet. But like I said, the whole body of work, I'm proud of what we've done.
Do 3 more, Claire, here.
Hey, Dave. Congratulations.
Thank you, Claire.
On the season. Along the same lines, everyone in the house knew that this might be Clayton's last game. Did you say anything to him after the game, or where is that in your mind and heart, and what would you say to him?
The only thing I didn't have a one-on-one moment. I talked to the guys and basically said, proud of everybody and how fortunate I am to be around these men. And I did mention Clayton by name as far as his legacy with the Dodgers and what he's done for the organization, the fan base. Wearing this jersey, Clayton exemplifies what it is to be a Dodger and to be a man of character. So whatever decision he makes, that is with him and his family. But for me to be on his team for 3 years, I've learned a tremendous amount from him, and I'll take that going forward. And this one hurts for him. This one hurts for all of us. But the effort, the preparation, all the hard work that he has put in and his teammates, for me, is unparalleled.
Do 2 last ones before Clayton comes in, Mike.
Dave, obviously the series had a number of momentum shifts, but up 4-0, top of the 7th, Game 4. Are you going to look back on that pivotal moment and say that's kind of where the series shifted for the final time?
You know what? I think that we can always go back and look at certain moments, and that's what people do. That's what we all do. But ultimately, that was a very good ball club over there. And a lot of times you make your own breaks, and you still got to go out there and perform. And to their credit, when we gave them opportunities, they got big hits, and we didn't. That's baseball. And when you play a 7-game series, there certainly are moments that could go either way. But ultimately, and it's tough to say, but the better team won. So we can, and I'm probably going to go back and analyze certain things, and obviously that's what people do. But the thought processes and all the decisions that I made, were in place, and they don't always work out.
I'll finish up quickly with Bradford.
Dave, just kind of right on that topic, second guessing or thinking along with the manager because of the rise in social media, especially, has become a big part of the postseason.
Sure.
And but at any point during all of this, with the questions about your decisions, did you ever come close to losing your patience?
No, I think that I appreciate the interest in our game in baseball, and it's something that I love and I have a passion for. We all do. And so the interest, the opinions, all that thing, I think that's I kind of look at it as a good thing, because if there's interest and people have opinions, that's good for all of us. But I do know that there's a lot of thought and knowing your players and things that people aren't always privy to, that decisions that I make. And so, no, lose my patience, no. It's something that I love. I love competing. I love our guys. I love the way they go about it. And you look at 3 years, and since I've been here, I'm pretty proud of the direction that this organization is in. And just speaking to the, Los Angeles fan base, there's a lot to be proud of in that room.